Okay, fellas, something new. Behemoth with Hong Kong Beer Company. Now, when I was in Hong Kong, I tried a couple of their beers. We went up to their highest, it's called Vibe or something. You go right up the top and there's a bar. We had a beer up there, and I think Faye had a gin and tonic. Anyway, forget the name of that building. It's over on one Chai side. Anyway, new territories. I'm not sure where this brewery is. I didn't go. I should have visited brewery while I was there. Just about everything else I wanted to do. Anyway, there you go, guys. Cheers. Densely populated. Kidding. Looks nice. Hazy. Right up your alley, goodie. Haven't heard from you for a while. You've been busy. Wow. Very fruity. Extremely fruity. Hop city. What was good about this, it's a big can. Well, it's not huge, but it's 6.8%. Didn't mind that. And what was I going to say? How many mil is it? Some writing somewhere in here somewhere. 440 mil. Nice. It's a nice beer too. It's funny, it was about this time last year I was in Hong Kong. Or was it? No. The year before. This is in Hong Kong today. Unreal. This is looking fantastic. Look out for it, guys. This is worth having. I'll say one thing about Behemoth. Pretty much a very reliable brewing company. They put out some really tasty beers. This wasn't so cheap, but big can, 6.8%, and it's not hit and miss with those guys. It's going to be pretty good, and it is. It's better than I thought. World class. Getting a bit of grapefruit now. First it was like pineapple and tropical mango even. A bit of citrus. Yeah, nice beer, guys. Well done. I don't know where they made it. Maybe they make it in both places. Why wouldn't it? Or maybe they just did it over here and sent it over there. I'd be wrapped if I found this in Hong Kong. For sure. Top beer. Wow, get every drop out of there. You're kidding me. Oh, another hottie today, 33. We had the power off. Still off till another half an hour or so. So it's probably 32 out here at the moment. 31, 32, getting up there. Early beer. I'm gonna sit inside the dark house. Too hot to open the blinds. Oh, it is inside, probably about 26. 27's usually when I whip the aircon on for a little bit. Keep it around 26. It's pretty nice, comfortable. Well, at least no one's using any electric driven machines out here today. No electric whippersnippers or blowers. I've got an electric blower and a petrol one. Handy, both of them. Really good. Alright, I'll leave it to that one, guys. Have a look out for it. Seems he's having a good time. I was watching his latest video when the bloody power went off, so I didn't finish it. Didn't write a comment on it. But yeah, they went camping. Not allowed to drink. So I know sometimes when they go away, they all get on the piss and eat food and get really loud. And this time they had to take it real quiet because everyone's in tents. I know what it's like. When you're in a tent, you hate it when people are fucking really loud and you want to just go to sleep. Shocking. Yeah, well, he's having a good time. Coffee cup. Well done, Simsies. I think he was doing the Leo in a coffee cup. Why wouldn't you? It's the only way to get away with it. Same with New York. I remember having the beers in a brown paper bag. How good's that? Better than our rules over here. You can't even drink on the street in a lot of towns, which is, I think, a bit ridiculous. They drink on the trains. In Europe, I was buying beers and filling up the little bin they give you on your where you sat. There was a little bin. We'd have to move after I fill the bins up with empty beer cans. We're doing big train trips, into Europe, from one country to another. Spend a few hours on some trains. And some of them are pretty bloody quick. That one in Italy hit 320 k's an hour. I thought that was pretty impressive. Got a really quick trip from Rome to Milano. It was so quick. Yeah, it was and we did 10 first class tickets in Europe. That's a really good way to travel around Europe. Don't have to drive, don't have to worry about it. And a place like Italy, you get served like a little breakfast thing, or champagne and orange juice, and maybe a roll or a cake or something. I can't remember exactly. But Italy's good on the train. I remember buying a mortadella and cheese roll for like $1. It was dirt cheap back in the 80s, 85. Yeah, when I got to Italy, I parked the car and caught the train around. Italy's pretty expensive. Petrol was in 85, 86. I left, what did I leave? 80, I left New Year's Eve. No, I left Italy a bit earlier than that. I had Christmas in bloody Switzerland. Anyway, I left in December. Went to Switzerland for a few weeks. Had Chrissy, and I went up to Holland on the New Year's Eve and went out in Holland with me mate. That was great. So I drove from Switzerland near Zurich, Schaffhausen, around there, little town, Neuss. 500-year-old house I was staying in. It was pretty amazing. They had the Christmas tree up with the snow and all the lights on the Christmas tree. It was huge. It was grouse. But it took me 6 hours to drive from there, near Zurich, up to southern Holland. The autobahns are, they're grouse. They're just sitting on, I was sitting on 160, 170 k's an hour most of the way, and that was with snow, wet roads. And, that's as fast as a car would go. Wouldn't do it more than 170, but I just pinned it. Not to the floor, but close to it. And as long as I could handle the corners and everything. Good car though, the Citroen GX 2.4, 2,400. Yeah, it was a grouse car. Cost me $700. What a giggle. Electric windows, leather seats. Bit heavy on petrol, the Europeans reckon. That's why I got it so cheap. Little cars are expensive. Funny though, a mate bought a BMW 320 for bloody similar money when I was in Holland. Yeah, he got some cheap, certain cars are a little bit cheaper, older, but it's all good. They're no good after 10 years though. You got to do a 10-year over the pits roadworthy. And mine was 9 years old, I think 8, 9. Was due a year later, but my mate lost the car on me. He got pissed and abused the cops, and they impounded the car and wouldn't give it back. Said they're going to put it on the pits a year early. I just fucking let them have it. I just walked. I left Holland. What was weird that made me leave, to put it in my passport, you got until this date to leave. So I booked to fly out on that date, and we rock up to the airport, and they go, no, it's tomorrow. The flight was the next day, so I stayed an extra day. Big fucking deal. They said, oh, you've been here 7 months. I said, well, not really. I've been all over Europe. Nah, you gotta leave. Too long in Holland. 7 months. Oh, yeah, fucking who'd spend 7 months just in Holland? And I use it as a base to drive around Europe and fly to places like England and yeah, different places. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, guys. Cheers. I've got a little rambling away with a travel story for a change. How's that one? Oh, you can read that too. You can zoom in on that. You might be able to read it. Freaking I couldn't be bothered. A little writing. Forget it. Anyway, cheers, guys.